follow it. I think we're going to see a pretty classic round. Most likely a drop. Yep, in towards Swisher. Only gets the one.
I love that. That was an interesting one. Play coming out of let me go and flip that HUD. Sorry about that. Out of Limitless on the T side, and now he might be able to capitalize. It will be JBA able to find a one, but he's hunting for more. No, Corn will take him on out. 3v3 now all over the A site will be Limitless. As bomb now planted. Some good amount of Utah on the side of Davenport. 3 flashes left, and smoke just went ahead and popped. You heard it there. But on the side of Limitless, it's just going to be their pistols, 1 kit, excuse me, to work with as well. And Corn's going to be the man in charge. Bretta's coming on out from CoJo, courtesy somebody. Is now Grizz will find one. That's Corn now down. Both players going to be on this site. Pug finding 1, 2 left now, down to the 2v2. Will fake the defuse. CoJo finds 1, and Pug will clean it on up. The kit is in the hands of Pug. And that will be the round. The defuse going on through. Davenport getting things started hot on the CT side pistol.
And double digits already in the first round of their CT side. That is, it feels good, man, if I've ever seen one. Limitless, do they go for the buy? Yes, they do. This is so important, Matt. This is basically the map potentially on the cards here if we see Limitless lose out. Particularly if Davenport kind of shut this down. But there's a very good buy here for Limitless. They've got 3 rifles. They got a Tech 9 and a Mac 10 on Maxwell. Best chances to win this round, considering they actually, I mean, arguably even have the advantage in weaponry.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, the 2 A1Ss, that's what I'm going to be looking forward to on the side of Davenport, is those long-range engagements with those. But no AKs on the side of Limitless, which can be a bit tricky sometimes, but we'll see what they can do with the Galil. Scar already taking a bit of early damage, down to 52. As I don't know, not too sure. They're going to go ahead and keep it a bit tight for now, I guess. There's one player still watching outside. Trying to find something here. They're trying to find any opening right now in this Davenport line of defense, but the passive play style is working.
Yeah, I think that Limitless are definitely looking for Davenport to over-aggress, and Davenport feeling that pressure. They don't want to be walking into that trap, and thus are not doing so. Swisher, the only one really aggressing, and that's over towards Secret. But Maxwell gonna find Corn. That's the ticket to go for it. It's CoJo on the site. He has a flashbang, but he's trying to stay alive, but only for a moment. Swisher on the rotate will connect, and out from the top ropes his Pug. It'll leave 2 players aside, and Swisher, a massive amount of damage through that smoke as well. The bomb's still not planted, and this is now looking a little bit scary as Pug takes a huge amount of damage from that nade. He's the one with the kit. You don't want to lose out on that. Swisher through the smoke. He'll even get away with the reload. Not a chance. Now for Limitless, as JBA has to clutch. It's 10 seconds remaining, and he just does not have the time. He'll go for the plant, but at this point, is it going to be enough? He can't even get there on the site. The first shot is there, but Pug is far too wise than to peek into him when he's not needed.
Yeah, no, that was the correct play right there. You have Pug play just super, passive right there, and I believe that was Corn the last one up with him. Just go ahead and peek him. Guarantee that he won't be able to plant the bomb. That's exactly what happened. But
there's Swisher and Pug.
Swisher, my bad, King. Swisher though, playing the way he should. Same with Pug, very smart, like you mentioned. That's crazy though. The worst player in the lobby right now is Corn. He's 4-12. With Davenport, overwhelming success they've had on the T side, he's not having that great of a time. But now I believe, I'm not too sure what Corn plays on Nuke, but I know he's the standard anchor player for Limitless. Davenport is Limitless will be the first ones to fall. JBA Spec will find that one, and oh no, Scholar, good night, Mr. Spec. He puts him to sleep for this round. 4v4. There'll be 3 pistols and that Galil in the hands of Limitless, but guns all around for Davenport.
Oh, nice long-range connection, CoJo. Making me a fan of that. But 1 recovered M4. Is it going to be enough? Certainly not going to be good enough for Cameron, but Grizz, who has it in his hands, at least connecting something. Any extra kills here would be fantastic.
A1 is in his hands, and he totally could. But he's going to go ahead and just kind of cower away in vents for now. He's going to go ahead and attempt to save. But it's going to be a very, very long 50-second save. Oh, maybe not. He's getting kind of aggressive.
Oh, and he's calling a freebie. There's CoJo. He's gone. There's not an actual crossfire here. That is very scary. For once, Davenport, their setup, not very good, and they will end up winning anyway, though. But as you mentioned about Corn, I want to go back to that conversation point real fast. You're right, not having the best of games per se, but that's the beauty of this Davenport team, is that they don't require everybody to be popping off to be a good team. They just require you not to be feeding, and that's something that Corn does very well. Is can play passive, can play for his teammates, can set them up for success without having to be a star player, and that's something that I think I've really evolved and come to respect from this Davenport squad.
Mr. Corn turns up when he needs to. I think I've said that the last 2 seasons, man. You know, hey, my team's firing all cylinders. I'm going to chill back here, probably eat some Cheez-Its or something like that. Just vibe on out. But regardless, 12-6, Davenport having a really, really good, like I said, T side. I think I mentioned that like 3 times already now. Already going to be up by 6 on their CT side now. But looking to close this one out and secure their spot in grand finals. 4 more rounds is all Davenport needs. Spec looking to get things started with a nice nade on a Scar. Down to 47 HP. Will be Scar. And now CoJo wants to go ahead and do his best Spec impersonation. And the double nade from Corn. And CoJo will take out Grizz.
As mentioned, the man Corn, don't need him to be shooting shots. He's just supporting gamers left and right. The second part of that double nade combo. Cameron, though, swings out, finds a wild Spec in the open, and would be a smoke to cover off Mini. Hut still an open book, and CoJo has control. He's recovered an AK off the back of that. A very aggressive reload from CoJo, but he's still alive and kicking. He had oversight, had friends to help as well, and multiple Molotovs going into that position forces back the limitless aggression. Wasn't in there. It'll be a regroup for Limitless.
Giving them a second chance and a little bit of a breather. A plug upgrade, or God, where's our trophy room? Just looking inside of it. Coming from control, we'll hear the scope. They'll find one. JBA with the trade, down 25 HP. So everybody on the side of Limitless in this 3v3. Not a lot of HP in favor of Limitless, as we got to go ahead and wait here patiently once again. As they go ahead and attempt to take this B site now, we'll go ahead and blow out the window, excuse me. Observatory bomb now planted. And now Davenport's turn to go ahead and retake here. Only a molly and a flash to work with. So we got to wait here patiently.
Big moment here for Limitless. They need this round, and they need it badly. They're way back into this match, this game. But Corn, the opener. Corn, another big frag from him as he steps up big time. There's that molly. It's not going to be deep enough, and so Corn will fall. But over the top, it's Swisher. And you know who comes up big when it's required. The Vision. It's Corn as he makes those massive frags connect for Davenport's big round.
I would say, just had to talk about it. You know, Corn said he, you know, a bit of a slow game, but doesn't really need him. He gets the assist, the double need with CoJo. And 2 kills for him as well. So Corn, great round there out of him. But now Davenport, 3 more rounds is all they need to secure their spot in ESEA Advanced Grand Finals. There's the P90 coming out for Cameron. I'm a fan of it, but I like it, but don't know how viable this will go ahead and be.
I'm very curious to see where he's bringing this. I mean, I guess he's at door, so like, if there's a spot, I'll see it.
He finds one, though. One just above him, and oh god, he's practically surrounded. Grizz will go and knock the head off a Pug. Looked like Davenport wasn't really fully ready for this fast play. As now, we're looking for these shots, but Davenport, I don't know. They might go for the save here.
I think
yeah, they're
going
to go for it. Yeah, you know, they're going to save the CoJo up. He's trying to get down there quietly. But I'm happy to see that P90 go to work. Cameron already upgraded to that A1S. And then looks like Spec and Swisher are setting up for exits towards the T-spawn.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good change of pace from Limitless. Listen, as much as the P90's a meme there, like, it does give you some space to go for those fast plays. And that Molotov, it was definitely about timing from Limitless, but they do well. Though, lots of players falling in there in the end. isn't as good as I was hoping, but it's still going to be fine. You had the bomb planted. You're going to be able to rebuy.
7 rounds for Limitless. Not done yet. Need 6 more to tie this thing on up. But still, a lot of work to do, especially on this T side. Pug going to be forced to use that MP9. I can only imagine he gets at a semi-aggressive angle. Probably going to play on top of Hut. And just kind of sit there and wait for them to walk into him. That's the standard MP9 play. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just kind of vibe on out. As always, very slow start, but actually already wanting to get aggressive towards the site. Will be a few people. JBA finding Pug. And now potentially Kojo may lose his life here down 8 HP. Scar will find one, and Kojo does also fall to JBA. Corrin the other to fall. Now 5v2, and Cameron is already down in vents. Did they renegade this? I think they did. Cameron going to be able to take out Spec. And Swisher, last one up.
Yeah, this is a bit of a chaotic round from Davenport, which is odd to say. I feel like that's a very rare occurrence. We saw some interesting plays in that was that double aggression in towards in towards lobby, or pushed through ramp rather into trophy. That didn't work out so well. Kojo missed shot. That was really a requirement for that to work. And then in addition to that, multiple players caught off guard into the rotations. And so Davenport couldn't quite find anything. Limitless with a massive round, considering that this will push Davenport on towards the save. We're into a pause as well. And, well, it was a very short one, but a pause nonetheless. Maybe a timeout from Davenport, potentially. See what the old Fishman has to say, or maybe Viathan. I think Viathan's the one in here.
Dude, it's yeah, I would say this is probably a Coach Koi moment. Fish moment. glub.
True.
Here we are, though. But dude, 13-8, you know, Limitless, inch by inch. I want the map 3. I want to see this vertigo so bad, man. So I'm pulling for Limitless here, obviously, but
I mean,
Davenport
that's
wanted to steal the
clearly
deal.
the Limitless bias. Clearly.
Is it clear? I'm not wearing blue for Davenport, of course. You're not wearing red for you're not wearing red for Limitless. Come on, man.
Nah.
Maxwell though, trying to get this opener here. We see what he doesn't, and that is a player just beyond that wall. And now, I mean, it's a very slow round from Davenport on the CT. I say that now they're swinging outside.
They should be. Yeah, I was about to say they should find that kill. That's a nice find. I don't know if they're going to be able to really recover that, but still, nice find. Nobody really here on the ramp area. Double flash, Maxwell to set them up well for it. It's going to be Spec rotating over. He's got the 5-7. Cheeky angle. I do like this.
Looks like JBA will find one, though. Oh, God, he had to double take that. He's like, why are you there? You should be on fire. Spec will be taken on out. Now going to be a 4v2 as down goes Corrin, Kojo, Swisher, last 2 up. And Kojo just vibing on outside, wants to save this AK. Swisher still in a position to potentially find a rifle here. Not too sure. Still patiently waiting, though. Time will go ahead and tick. And Limitless will find another round, though. This game is not over yet. And, you know, JBA just kind of just goofing off a little. He'll actually be able to find some damage on a Swisher. Now they know where he's at.
Yeah. Another exit would be cool for Swisher to be able to get it. But I don't think so. Not so doable. So it's another save. A couple of weapons. Limitless. Look at how passive they were. There are no chances. They did not want to take those. Nice bank starting to build from Limitless as well. Grizz up at 9.6k. Scar pre-buy had 8k. And now Davenport. Here's the gun round. This is pretty big for Limitless because this will give them the chance to really continue to close this gap. Davenport would love to find something here.
Hopefully an opener, Davenport. They need to stop this Limitless momentum here. As, oh, surely not. Spots the foot. Kojo can't connect, but he's looking for more, and there it is. Maxwell will fall. Great opener there, and I believe he spotted 2 going down under. Swisher trying to capitalize on 1, 2, potentially a 3rd, maybe nade. Let's send that one on down. As it will now be Spec, the only one to fall. And it was Scar before he fell himself to find that kill. But now Cameron Grizz, this is what Davenport was hoping for. A beautiful little play there coming from Swisher to find 2. CoJo with 1. And now Limitless, they got to go ahead and keep this momentum on their side because this may be that nail in the coffin.
Oh, there's a good find from Grizz, though. Might be on low HP, but now 2 on 3. Possible for Limitless. They got to regroup. Pug coming from outside. It's a relatively split defensive setup for now, so they're going to have to take some time to get into position. And Cameron and Grizz prepared. Here's Cameron. Gonna be the first as CoJo moves out. There is a freebie onto Cam, and it's Pug walking through that smoke to connect on towards Grizz. It was all looking a little bit better for Limitless there for a second, and then the retake happened.
Davenport 2 more away, man. I mean, Grizz, beautiful shots, I believe, or the player we found there in HUD, but
yeah.
Easy one, catch him off guard from behind. But CoJo in the heavens with that op, just catching, the rest of the crew off guard. Second guess the rest of the Limitless players there. But right now, Limitless do or die. They got the money to spend. That's the good news. They are able to full buy, including an op for Maxwell. So, I mean, I kind of said that may have been the nail in the coffin. This is definitely that round for it. But regardless, Grizz, 8,100 in the bank, by the way. He is balling. So regardless, still going to see some guns going to the next despite a Limitless loss. But now back's practically against the wall. One more for this 2-0 to be completed on the side of Davenport. Right now, just a basic setup right now. Coming on through from Limitless. Is now onto the site. Spec going to be trying to solo hold this. Can't do it. CoJo there with the trade, though. That's the good news. And Korn will take out Cameron. 1 just above him. Has to find this kill. It'll be Scar with 1. Looking for number 2. I believe the op in the heavens is going to be CoJo. Catching him off guard. Now going to be a 2v2. CoJo Swisher.
Oh, nice Molly.
Going up against JBA and Max. So Molly ticking him away. The plan did not go through. JBA left with 41.
And CoJo swamps out for the AK. Here in that 2v2. Wants to be able to have something a little bit better, a little easier to work with. So JBA drops down to B. To rotate from CoJo. Might have been better to grab that up back, but either way, he's going to stick with it. And he's okay. Somehow, JBA staying alive as Switcher. Is he?
Wow. Switcher?
I don't know what happened. Switcher a little bit slow on that retake there. Had an idea. I mean, he must have heard the scope from Maxwell. That must have been the thing.
He heard him walking 100%.
Yeah. So
but I guess maybe he was kind of thinking like he heard him walking in the hallway. Maybe he hopped into the vent. That's why he stopped hearing him walking or running. So I think that was probably the thought process. I'll give the Swisher after map number 1. I'll let that one slide. It's not even that big of a, it was 50-50 essentially in my eyes. But oh no, Pug with the swag 7. We're seeing some guns here tonight. Bretta's P90 and now a swag 7. Let's see what this man can go ahead and do with this. He's heading over towards ramp. Oh god, he wants to get aggressive. Ah, Maxwell, you stink. I wanted to see some action, but no swag 7 action for Pug. That'll be the first pick in favor of Limitless 5v4.
Swiggity swaggity, put the swag backity.
I hate you.
Pug, not the best of showings. I wanted it to, but no dice. Spec, on the other hand, he was looking for a knife. I want it to be known. Did I tell you that Spec ended NACE finals on a knife ride?
Did you really?
He did, yeah. On this map.
That was against Northwood, yeah.
It was, yeah. Solgoat and your boys.
Who did knife?
I don't remember who it was.
Rip.
It was that unimportant.
Here we go, though. On to the site. It is going to be a 4v5. I believe 2 players directly here. Maxwell will find now his second for the round. 1 in heaven, 1 in vent. Swisher on the boost will go ahead and give himself a kill and an AK. As now CoJo is the last one with Swisher, 2v4. Bomb will be planted. Swisher better save that rifle. I don't want to see anything too crazy out of him as CoJo. Gonna play probably for an exit here. Waiting for someone to award him a present. Surely not. Obviously, he doesn't have a kit. There's no way he could ninja, but he's making his way toward hell right now. Now going outside.
Cameron is deep in the weeds here at B. Really wanted to make sure nobody can be found out there. And as you mentioned, CoJo is looking for those exits. But this should be 11 for Limitless, and the thing is, Oh, Switcher goes down as well. That's brutal. That's the AK out of his hands. But the good news is there's still money to buy. What I will say is that Davenport, they still have 3 rounds to work with. They still have time. And all they need is to find 2 out of these next 5.
I know, man. That's crazy to think about. The comeback on T side on Nuke, unheard of. Really. How CT sided this can be. And that's probably most likely a second timeout coming from Davenport. Coy's glubbing, trying to speak his facts. And I'm sure Viathan has a bit of a say as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Davenport. They've struggled, though, in these last few rounds. There's no doubt about it. Limitless have really had a resurgence here. And I think a lot of that has to do, number one, with just the consistency being stepped up by everyone. If you look at the frag department, it's a very clean distribution here. Not anybody really stepping up massively. Everybody taking that big step forward. We've seen big moments from Scar, from Maxwell, from Grizz, from Cameron, and JBA. They've just all had a moment here and there.
Right now, I mean, Davenport, letting them play into, or letting, like, Davenport, Limitless play into Davenport's defense right here, I don't think it's been working. I think they got to do a bit of, like, trickery, a bit of tomfoolery, if you say, but it looks like they're still going to go ahead and just kind of wait for Limitless to play into them. No outside plays. I don't think we've seen too many coming from Davenport on that CT side, but Limitless will go ahead and take advantage of that one. Sending 4 players on out here, searching around. Where are they? We found you. CoJo will get tagged. Down to 67. Pug wanted to advance. We saw it there. He's going to be called to back on up because he could potentially be here on the B site. But guess what? An extremely passive play here. Once again, coming from Limitless. Having Davenport second-guess themselves. Grizz makes his way into heaven. And now practically A under their control. And this is a weird situation for DU.
Yeah, we're seeing that same sort of situation that Davenport put Limitless in on their own CT side. It's now smoke to go down, and this should be a save from Davenport, I think. I don't think there's any way they go for this.
There's no money. I 100% agree. At this point, bomb planted safe, 100%. They don't have the util for this retake. 2 flashes, smoke, and a nade. And yeah, they're going to go to call it there, saving 3 rifles in the op. I'm sure Limitless was praying they would go ahead and go for this, but like a bit of a bit of a squeeze, I believe Grizz make it parkour his way on top into heaven, just completely almost finding the 1 kill, I believe, on the corn. And then the 1 kill that we actually did find was Spec. But just such a weird round for Evan Davenport too in that way as well. It's just, God, that was just so weird. They just kind of just outplayed us right there. But I don't know. That was a great round, 100% there from Limitless. Probably one of my favorite plays I've seen the team ride up.
Yeah, that was a great play overall, and the pressure outside worked beautifully. Nobody was really there to defend it from Davenport. The idea was that CoJo was going to take that long-range angle with the op, but CoJo was forced back by Maxwell's AWP. He gets tagged, and so he can't re-peek, and so essentially we just swapped the map. It was as if Limitless were now the CTs and Davenport were the Ts. They took lobby, Limitless took A, and we go again from there. It's up to Davenport now. They need to stop this momentum. A fleeting round is not going to be enough for them anymore.
Swisher, oh God, just holding it down. No smoke. They were trusting the molly, but no trust. Indeed, or enough trust, I guess. But kills going all over the place right now. Swisher activating for 4 out of nowhere. It was just 1 by 1 for him, and now all of a sudden, Limitless wants to change the pace from a very methodical play to something extremely fast, and Davenport was 1,000,000,000% ready for that. Swisher, a little 4K, and we're almost going to get that 30 bomb potentially. He's 27-14.
Swisher has just been lights out tonight. He's been a beast that no one can stop, and that he's just showed it there one more time for the CT side of Davenport. 4 frags, swift as they are, and the timing to come through that smoke, realizes that everybody is going through hut, gets the op down, Maxwell done, and now Limitless up against a brick wall. They've got 3 rounds to go and push this towards the victory. But Limitless, they have the money. They're not broken yet. In fact, they are...
They even have money left over after the buy.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to have plenty of money. So economic damage is really not going to be a thing for Davenport here the rest of this game.
And, you know, hopefully the rest of the game is just not one more round. You know, I'm rooting for that OT right now. The Limitless have proven that, you know, the CT nuke got a bit sketch, but their T side's looking great. Grizz gonna get tagged up early there, down to 47 HP for him. There's a nade to go through as well. Maybe, yeah, a little bit more tick. Grizz, oh god, gets hit with another nade. JBA gets it as well. Elijah's Law comes into effect. Maxwell gonna be grabbing that AK. Grizz says thank you for the op. The big green, he'll be the one to go ahead and be trusted with the 50. And I've learned yesterday it's actually not a 50 cal, so I can't say that anymore. The big green. But Pug here, waiting for potentially 3 players to push him.
Pug. He's been good all night long. Flashbang. He set it up, and he's got the connect. It's just for the one. It's down up to CoJo, who get mollied out. Set up now in a 4v4.
Patiently waiting once again. You know, Davenport, they got the free pick. Looking for another one, potentially. No, it'll be Maxwell. Now capitalizing, going onto the site. Oh, God. Corn, you're going to have to go big here. It's Corn time, baby. He's going to be able to find one. Can he find his second? No, it can't, but it's going to be CoJo time. And so he'll be able to find 2 players of 1 HP, man. The pistol can come out, but obviously he just doesn't know it. This can be the final moment. There's a rifle in front of him. I can only imagine he's going to pick that AK on up. No, he won't. He's going to go ahead and stick it with this op. Would he even be considering the save, actually? You know, I don't know. He's aiming like...
No.
It's really not. You go for this, right?
This isn't going to be a save, I don't think. CoJo.
He spots the barrel.
Spotted
He's
him.
going to be able to find one.
This is massive for CoJo. If he could find this 1v3 clutch to end this year on behalf of Davenport. He does have a kit. That's the 10-second countdown. He spotted it. I think he has time. Matt, there's just absolutely no way a 1v3 clutch to win. No, my goodness, they've done it. Davenport, CoJo takes them across the line. 1v2 on map 1 for Spec and a 1v3 for CoJo on map 2. Holy cow.
That, like, Davenport, they know how to end these matches, I guess, man. Holy crap. I wasn't ready for that. You know, the low HP must have been there, that both the players were tagged, and he went in there with an op. You know, it wasn't a pistol. I mentioned he should have picked up that rifle, but I'm going to shut up. He didn't pick it up. Hey, man, that's fine by me. He made it work with that op, but it's all good, Cameron. I don't mind the vetoes. I got him from, I think, Koi, actually, or somebody.